Hello, everyone. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to Ohio Anime Irashaimase. It's the anime show that doesn't take place in the morning, but it is morning in Japan, so that's how we get away with it. My name is John, and tonight we are going to be talking about Lord of Mysteries, Season 1, the latter half of it. And to do so, we have our regulars, Andrea and Phil. How's it going?
Hey!
Well, Phil's good.
So good. Very
It's
tired.
like moody in there. I kind of feel like it's
moody.
Late 90s, early 2000s home video, spooky something or another,
Well, we are getting close to, we're in October.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. Is the Blair Witch here? Is she coming?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Something's out
Well,
there.
Thank you both for being here. Yes, it is spooky season. I do think Lord of Mysteries is a pretty good show actually for spooky season.
Absolutely.
So
True.
It's been fun, and I didn't really expect that going in, but yeah. So I kind of watched the last 4 or 5 episodes pretty recently and pretty quickly in a
Same.
row. So it's a little bit unfortunate how I feel like this show would benefit from a good binge, just straight on through, the 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea, you say no?
Yes.
Nay, say ye?
Yes. No, I mean I do, but I also think that there's a lot. So I feel like it's not only a show that would help with a binge, but also like discussion. I feel like it's not a solo
Right.
show. It's like
That's
it really
true.
benefits from like a pair to just be like,
Mhm.
okay, let's like sort and unpack some stuff.
Yeah.
I also think it benefits from like rewatching. Like there was
Yeah.
several episodes I rewatched because I was like, what? And so
Yeah.
Phil, I'm trying to read your shirt there. What does it say? Yo.
I don't know what it says. It's a My Hero Academia shirt. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Now the other
Cool.
side.
Very nice.
Now spin.
Very
You're
nice.
a good sport, Phil.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Can you read that, John?
No, what's that?
Can you read it?
Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah, it's I'm blank. It's yo, and then the second is a smaller symbol. Te.
God, I hope someone is watching us right now.
Need to,
I hope it comes in
because it really, really shows my lack of practice. That's what it shows. Simple characters.
Or it shows that Phil dressed for the occasion because his shirt is a mystery. To talk about Lord of Mysteries.
Definitely.
Very good.
I'm trying to throw you a lifeline here, John.
I appreciate it. Speaking of mysteries and unknown, don't be a mystery. Don't be an unknown out there. Let yourself be heard. Jump in our chat if you're around. We're streaming now on YouTube, X, and Twitch. So any of those places, feel free to join us and contribute. Help us clarify a very complex show, for sure.
You guys will have to help me. Very bright there, because I finished this season like a couple weeks ago. So, and I was gonna rewatch it last night, but I was trying to power through on Gachi Yakuda, so I didn't end up watching it. I didn't rewatch the finale, but
sure,
I remember it well enough. But I'm glad that you both watched it recently.
Yeah,
just say.
right. Well,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, I'd watched like the 2 episodes a bit ago and then realized I was like, "Oh my, I really do have more than just one or two to catch up on." And also they're longer than the
Yeah,
average
they're like
show.
34 minutes long. They're like 10 minutes
Yeah.
longer than an episode. So
Yeah, which doesn't feel like that much of a difference in watching them, but when you're like, "I have to get it done for a
yeah,
show," you're like,
yep,
"Oh shit, like
yeah,
I did
I
not
agree.
budget as much time as
right.
I thought I did."
If
And
you're
they'll
gonna
put
watch
important
4 or 5
stuff
episodes, yep,
after the credits, you know?
yeah,
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
there's a
kind of
lot.
Well,
interesting how the opening
sometimes.
goes. Yes, sometimes.
Yep, I
Sometimes
like
like,
it.
"Oh,
I
here's
like it a lot.
credits," and then it's not just like a funny little afterthought thing. It's like,
No, it's
there's a
like
little bit
more of the
more you
story.
need.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, there was one episode where it was like almost 5 minutes of post-credit scene yet to
Yeah,
watch.
they're packing a lot in.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Holy cow,"
Hmm.
Yes.
that's quite a bit for anybody who thought like, "Gosh, that ended early."
Hmm.
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, let's get, a little bit of imagery up here,
Are we
so
gonna? Are we
something
not
to
gonna
look
do
at.
like quick? Like, what have we been watching? Or
I mean, if you got something you must say, Phil,
I mean,
this is
I,
like groundbreaking.
well, I mean, I still went to see the Demon Slayer movie, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
and I just recently finished up some other like I finished up. I mean, like we'll probably do a podcast about it, but I finished up Kaiju number 8,
Okay.
and I finished
Nice.
To Be Hero X,
Nice.
which was good, really excellent. And One Punch Man season 3 starts tomorrow on Hulu, so
Oh, wow.
we have some other stuff. I mean, it's anyway. I just wanted to mention like One Punch Man season 3 starts tomorrow, so obviously everyone should watch that. Well,
Yep.
not everyone, but if you like that sort of thing. And the Demon Slayer movie was incredible, so
Okay.
people should see it. Obviously,
I'm so excited.
not going to give any like spoilers, but it was.
So the long run time, totally worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially. Yeah, I mean, it was like it felt like watching like 4 or 5 episodes in a row. So
Mhm.
I mean, with no like obviously
Yeah.
ending and opening scenes in between. Yeah. So To Be Hero X is great. People should watch that. Obviously, Kaiju number 8.
Mhm.
Yeah. The news
don't know
about,
about Peter,
Demon Slayer is just like, I don't know if it is yet the highest grossing Japanese movie ever, but it is here.
I want to say it
Uh,
is.
It is for America.
Ooh. I mean, I'm a
Um,
little hesitant to agree with the ever statistic,
I think it
but
is. I think it's the highest grossing Japanese film in the United States.
no. I think you're correct there. I just think ever is like a bit
In
of a
Japan?
stretchy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe it isn't yet in Japan. It's not done with this. I don't know if it's done with its theatrical run, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a big shift. Number of people pointed out, like, if you had imagined this 10 years ago, an anime film beating out the Superman movie,
Mhm.
like
It's crazy.
DCU relaunch Superman, one of the most iconic
Mhm.
pop culture characters ever in existence.
Mhm.
They beat out both Superman and Fantastic Four at the global box office. I think at that point when it was announced, it hadn't even released in China yet. So
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
good success for.
Well, and I mean, we're gonna have. I mean, Demon Slayer might be a little bit more, shall we say, appeals to a larger cross section of people than like
Sure, more mainstream.
than JJK or Chainsaw Man. But at the movie, there was a preview for both the JJK movie that's coming out, which I think is like part
Oh.
like I think it's gonna be like kind of a catch up on
Yeah,
the last
I
arc,
think
but
that's
I think
the
they're
shoe.
doing
Yep.
some of the new arc too.
Okay.
Okay.
It seemed like from the preview I saw, and then also I saw there was a preview for like a long preview for the Chainsaw Man movie, which is going to be wild. Now Demon Slayer is fairly adult, but I think obviously Chainsaw Man is more even adult on top of that.
Demon Slayer is huge. Yes,
So-
kids
so I don't
watch
think-
it, adults watch it. It's wide ranging. Absolutely.
But I think those
I don't know about you, Andrea, but Phil, you broke up and became a robot. I couldn't tell what you said.
Phil is a robot.
And
Yeah, so they lost a connect.
you're back.
You're better now.
I was just saying, I don't know that they'll like beat out Demon Slayer, but I do think that they'll be pretty popular.
I think they could be bigger, in the wake of Demon Slayer. I think people could, again, like feel more opened up to and open to going to other movies. So
I mean,
I think they could be bigger, but I don't think they'll be as big. I think that's
no. There's not as appealing to a bigger swath of people. But I've only seen very few like anime movies in the big screen, but it's a great way to see it. I mean, it's a great way to see.
You became a robot again, Phil. I don't know. I gather you're saying it's a great way to see an anime movie, to experience it as on the big screen. But
yes.
Okay. I would concur.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I've seen a couple of Dragon Ball movies. Went to like an old style theater and saw Akira.
That's cool.
I've seen Arrietty movie, I think, when that came out in theaters. So
sure.
Yeah, a couple things, but
okay.
I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous of you that you got to go. Chainsaw Man, the movie, is definitely the anime thing I am most excited for this year. Very excited for Chainsaw Man to come back. Chainsaw Man left a big impact on me, and it's like it's just the kind of thing I want to see. So I have high hopes for that. That's like 2 weeks from now or something like that. It's in theaters. It's this October. So
I do not think you'll be disappointed.
I won't make it to that either, probably, but that one I anticipate will come to purchase, because it's not like a movie version of the next season. I believe it is a movie that takes place between season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
So
I think it's like JJK 0, that movie.
Right. Yes. That being a prequel, but yeah. Right, exactly.
But a standalone.
Right. But a standalone.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yep.
Also, I don't know if you guys know, but Yuta from the movie, he's like I don't think it's a spoiler, but he's very prominent in the Culling game arc of JJK, and I've seen some things that looks wild. It's gonna be so awesome. So good. It's gonna be awesome. He's super powerful, as we maybe do know, but it's gonna be crazy.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you finished Kaiju. To get on that, I would think that'd be their next thing we talk about, because we've been talking about that on the podcast. So might as well finish that one out. So yeah, very good. Cool. Andrea, anything you want to add?
No, I haven't watched anything new, sadly. Just keeping up on a couple of other older shows. And I did a little like nostalgia watch. I saw Vampire Night came to Netflix, and that was one of like the early anime shows that I watched. So I was like, just doing like a reminisce watch of some of those.
Yeah. Very nice. I love throwing on something older that I've seen maybe a bunch or whatever, and just kind of,
Okay.
Very good.
Cool. Oh, I should just mention, I've been watching Gachi Yakuta. People should check that out. It's quite good.
Okay.
That's the trash one we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't continued that since the first.
No worries. I mean, I don't think it's like
episodes, but
it's worth checking out.
It did seem cool. Does it? Because it felt like an older show.
Yeah.
It felt like that early 2000s kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
but it's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Lord of Mysteries. Lord
Speaking
of Mysteries. Cool. Yeah. Show, I didn't know what to expect from the show when we started. For those that haven't seen it, we did cover the first 7 episodes or 10 episodes, something like that, on the last one. Quite a few.
Sounds right.
It was a lot to handle at one time,
Yep.
So we're kind of talking more the tail end here. I don't think we need to stick to specifically episodes. Just like, what do we want to talk about on this latter half of the season and the season in general? I mean, for my sort of not being exposed to the comic, not being exposed to the book, none of the other things that this is based upon.
Yep.
It's a lot thrown at a person, and
Yep.
my understanding, kind of a brief synopsis. If you got this guy, he kills himself, and a new person from somewhere else gets put in that body, and so he comes back alive, but with a different soul in the body, and gets thrown into this hey, come on now. Gets thrown into this world that is not his own and he's unfamiliar with, but quickly, like, you know, gets his bearings and becomes part of an order that helps out the public with all kinds of scary, creepy things, mysteries, and crimes that the normal police wouldn't deal with or beyond them or whatever. So a kind of a spirit detective or a macabre, you know, an otherworldly investigator, whatever. And we learn this world has beyonders that there's all different paths in attempting to reach what is essentially godhood. You can like work your way up in these different ability paths to become more and more powerful, and then effectively better your job. Or there'll be other organizations that have more nefarious purposes or selfish purposes or whatever. And throughout the season, we're led through a series of mysteries, crimes that seem shockingly coincidental. Like, why is this happening? And then this, it seems convenient. I can't believe this is going on, whatever. And we're just trying to catch up, and Klein's trying to catch up and figure out his powers and all this sort of thing. And we kind of get to know some different people. And at the end of this season, really does feel like a complete season, because we really wrap up like, hey, why were we having all these coincidences? Who's the mastermind behind them? And the fallout from that, and the ultimate purpose of that mastermind. So that's kind of my like quick gist of it, because I have to say there's a lot of minutia I don't understand.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Am I missing anything critical here? I mean,
no, that's a pretty good synopsis. I mean, I would just say he's, you know, he starts out as like he wants to become a Beyonder, and he's like trying to get back home to modern day China. Although probably once you get halfway through the season, you never hear him talk about it anymore. So I wonder if he's just like, oh, this isn't happening. And he's just like really leaning into the life here, being a Beyonder. But
yeah, they really move away from that plot point. I think both in like him directly referencing getting back, referencing anything about modern China, but also there's less reference to him being like, oh, I have to figure out what this is. You know, oh, I need to figure out how to act around this person. I can't reveal that I don't know X. He's just assimilated fully, and he doesn't ever seem to be worried about that anymore.
No.
So like from top to bottom, there's this total, you know, setting aside of that piece of the show.
Yeah, which was one of the things that threw me the most at the beginning. You know, that we just, I mean, I understand sort of what else are you going to do, but it doesn't seem like, you know, he's very fully preoccupied with learning his Beyonder abilities and helping the Nighthawks and all this sort of thing, as opposed to, okay, on the side, how can I get back home? Which you know, it's kind of like, spoilers for Assassin's Creed, I guess, the video game series. It's like you're playing through. I mean, when the first one came out, you didn't really understand. When it was first revealed, it was like, oh, this is cool. You know, it's a Knights Templar thing, assassins, whatever. Oh, this is really fun. And then there was rumors of, a sci-fi element. Like,
Mm.
what's the sci-fi? What do you mean? And then you find out
Mm,
that you're actually a person in the future that is being sent back into
Right.
to basically
right.
control your ancestor.
Yeah.
Um, and I immediately was not interested in Assassin's Creed. It's like, I
Interesting.
don't like, because it makes it like not real. Like I always
Sure.
I never like it's part of what I'm worried about with solo leveling a little bit,
Mm.
although I don't know where it's going. I
Sure.
just, it's, it's complicated when you have this isekai essentially sort of thing,
Mm,
and you have
Yeah.
two
I
worlds
see.
you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And I would rather I'm happy being in this story, being in this world.
Sure.
And I don't know, sometimes it just fails to be interesting to me, adding that complication
Sure.
of
Well,
another world. And I don't know, do you
conveniently,
guys like
they're
that kind of
moving away
thing?
from
Or
Yeah,
yeah, but will they
they
come
are.
back to it?
that.
I mean, it's possible, but it's also possible that it's, a way for us as the audience to relate to Klein. I mean, this is a very typical trope in storytelling that you drop a character into a world or into a place that they're unfamiliar with or into a situation, and they have to figure things out, and it's like a code for helping the audience figure it out.
Right.
So this could be nothing more, I'm not moving any more forward in the story, so I don't have any context for
Right.
this for Lord of Mysteries. I only going on these 13 episodes, but it
Yeah.
could just be a convenient way to introduce this.
Hmm.
And like Phil said, the second half of the season seems completely moving away from that concept. And even, and I'm going to get major spoilery here,
Hmm.
but even at the end, through Klein's second death that we live through, there when he resurrects, there's no like, I'm in Klein's body and this is me. It's just, there's no double reference to the double self.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just, I came back. What's it for? Who am I? Am I a vengeful spirit?
Yeah.
But I'm still Klein.
Right.
right.
So there's no questioning of that. So it's,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with all that, Andrea. That's well put. It could be that they made that little blip about him being from another. I mean, I think it's helpful that he's from another time and place, because then he can have the internal monologue about basically what you're saying, Andrea. You have the internal monologue where he's like talking to himself, and you hear his internal monologue instead of having other characters do an excessive amount of exposition out loud. Which
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't have an issue with exposition per se, but I do have an issue with it. And I know you do, John, more so than a lot of people. Well, maybe not. Maybe
Yes.
everyone hates exposition, but I feel like it's weird when it's just like someone's explaining something for a long time in a weird time. Like, we're in the middle of a fight.
Yes.
Like, no one just like waits for someone to speak for
Monologue
5
it.
minutes while they're monologuing. I mean, it's just like it's weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem realistic. So I like the way they do it here.
Yeah, I agree. It's not so much about the exposition itself, it's the method of delivery, which
Right.
makes more sense for Klein internally as someone else inhabiting his body. Like,
Right.
this is so
Yeah.
weird. Like, I
Yeah.
have to figure this out. I'm sort of
Right.
walking through the process in my head and picking up the clues and
Mhm.
trying to piece them together
Yeah.
instead of somebody else being like, let me just helpfully lay it all out.
Right.
Yeah,
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I would like to move on and address that, because I like what you're saying there. But I
Mhm.
want to quickly say yet too that I just hope that there is some sort of explanation at some point, and I'm satisfied with it, of
Sure.
where he was before. Because it is interesting. Like,
Sure.
I was thinking maybe it's until you said it, it was like, oh, then maybe it's like a reincarnation, and like this was a vessel that was see, I mean, obviously it's not how reincarnation would typically work. You'd be put into someone else's existing body when their soul leaves, but it could be some sort of reincarnation that way or whatever.
Right.
Did he
Sure.
die in the other world and not realize it?
Yeah.
But it's very interesting, because then he dies here, and then like you
Mhm.
say, it's not a new body, it's not a start over, it's a I'm back as the person I already reincarnated as, or whatever. um
Exactly.
True.
I don't know. I don't, or is it, some relationship with the fog. Why does the fog have any sort of hook on him? What is with it, this soul? Is there something special about him? I don't know. It's probably a mystery, I'm guessing, that we won't know the answer to for a long time, but it will kind of eat away at me a little bit. And I hope, just because I'm hoping that it's whatever it is, it's satisfying. That's the worst thing, to sit through something and you enjoy it, and then they're trying to answer something big. It's like, oh, that's, it's like, how lame would it be in Solo Leveling if you're just like, oh yeah, he basically couldn't die because he's being completely controlled by a computer gamer or whatever, and it's just like the game is totally being rigged for him. It's someone playing a game. This is trying. It just would be really. It would take away all the achievement. And make his power meaningless. And so I worry for that sort of thing with this too, like just those similar kinds of things. I don't know.
Sure. Fair enough. I mean, we'll see. I think based on what I've kind of just little things I've read online and videos I've seen and stuff, I think there's really a lot of like offshoots and layers to the show. It's not or this book and the series, this universe. It's not all about Klein all the time. There's
sure.
I think other seasons. My understanding from reading up on this is possibly other seasons are about other main characters. I don't
Phil,
think
you gotta stop reading about other stuff.
It's not. I mean,
you're reading about things and you're gonna slip into something as you wish you didn't know.
Nothing. I know nothing concrete. I know nothing concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing concrete. I just hear little bits and pieces, and I think there's just there's just so many more big cities where there's other Beyonder groups who do different things, and there's different
expansive
gods, and there's just a ton. There's a ton of content in this series, is my understanding. So I don't think it'll be oh, this one character is being controlled by this one person, and that's it. It's a lot. I think it's a lot. So
I'm trying to have faith because they really seem like they have a plan. It's like a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
You've got stuff done. It really feels like it's been thought through. And so yes. I'm just trying to have confidence in that was done properly. They're not winging it. So
no, I think they have a crap load of source material to pull from too. There's several big novels. So
okay,
it's going to be glorious. We have
I will chime in with two things. One, I did start watching the Old Neil's mysticism class.
Okay,
mini part to this. That's helpful.
Yes,
especially for what you're talking about, Phil, in laying out all of the different kingdoms, their belief systems, their languages, their capitals. It does help set a stage for a larger story. And, for the possibility, like you said, of following other characters in subsequent seasons.
Yeah.
To John, you sound like a needy viewer. I joke. Because you're because you're like, hey, I don't want to know about his past. I want to live in this world. But if I do got to know about his past, it better be
cool,
satisfying to me, and super cool, and the best ever. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm totally. That's me.
But
exactly right.
Yes, I agree. It's probably, I would be okay going back to his past in a flashback and wrapping something up, or having a one-off episode to explain some things about his past, and then leave it in, the past, because
or just
I am invested
why
in this
he doesn't
world. I like it.
Yeah, why he doesn't care about it. He has no connections, nothing,
or why he decides. We could do a split episode where we talk about the, or we get a little inclination for the how of this transition and happening, and then also he just decides, in thinking about it, I don't really care to go back to modern China. My life is here now.
Didn't he reference that he just kind of worked and had kind of a normal blasé life At one point,
which is such a typical isekai backstory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My life in
I'm an
Japan or
office
Canada wasn't
worker.
good. Right.
Nobody knows me. I
Right.
go to work. I go home.
Or it's the
maybe I have a cat.
convenient.
I don't know.
It's a convenient like school kid, and the parents
Right.
are out of the country
Yep,
for work, so you
yep.
never see them or whatever.
Yeah.
You never have the
There's
character
several
where they're like,
variations.
oh man, I was like wealthy and I had this hot wife and I had drove a nice car and
yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Number one movie celebrity in Japan. Everybody's freaking out.
Yeah, people love me.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
What are you gonna do? That's part of the tropes.
but most of the time I forget about it because I'm just enjoying what's happening now
Right.
in
It's
this
just
world
a
and whatever,
convenient mechanism.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but
will
you still gotta
say-
make me believe. You gotta,
Sure. I will say also, as a part of this world and my enjoyment of it, I really pull hard for the English dub. It just fits so well.
Yes. I watched most of these except for the finale because it's not
Same.
available.
Yep.
The latter half here I watched in English and I'm like, yes, this is very good.
It fits. And I love the captain's voice especially. I like Klein's and I think it fits him. It suits him very well. But the captain Dunsmith, his like deep, resonant voice in English,
Too
works.
bad you won't be hearing it anymore, Andrea.
I know. Or will I? Maybe.
You never know.
Nah, he seems non-resurrectable.
No.
As do others of our sad Nighthawk cohort.
I think what
the second half of this season was really cutting him down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How did he die again? The captain?
He sacrificed himself to prevent.
Yeah, he ripped out his own heart.
Oh
yeah, ripped out his own heart and put it in the
the most
ashes.
badass thing in the whole season.
Put it in the ashes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the flower bed grew. God dang, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
This last episode was incredible. I was kind of like blanking on some of the details of that episode. I knew it was amazing. It's just been a while since I've seen it.
For sure.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then that one dude comes in and it's crazy how you're like, this guy's a level 4 Beyonder, and you're like, oh, this guy is very powerful, and he's only he's a level 4. But then you think about like level 1s or like the people that are higher than level 1s, it's like, there's a lot of magical might being thrown around, and it's kind of pretty wild. So
yeah, it's a good, any sort of, this show isn't really like that, I guess, but kind of. I mean, any sort of show where you'd look at like a shonen that would be about powering up, leveling up. They are literally leveling up in here, and you're starting to get an idea of the power structure or like where some people sit.
Yeah.
Because at first, and so it's always the ever expanding. Well, for now we have, we saw, someone you think would probably be very strong. The captain you have done stands no chance with a powerful artifact against, you get the fallen god, not the true, right? Not the true god, the fallen god or whatever that's about to be like unleashed onto the earth.
Yeah.
But it was like the rebirth of the true savior, but it wasn't. Yeah. This is where sometimes I get a little bit lost. And I just sort of, in my mind, you think of like the popular things that you can grab onto, like, oh, it's the Antichrist. Like, you know what I mean? It has
that, Constantine movie. Right? This is what's happening.
It has that feel where you're like, okay, I get the concept of what this is, even if I don't get exactly what they're trying to say.
The lore, specific lore of the,
Right.
But what I was going to say, it was crazy though, because like my understanding from this episode, the final episode, was like many of the things that were orchestrated, many of the things throughout the whole season were kind of like, it's like you have all these different powerful Beyonders in the shadows who are orchestrating major, like all these different things happening just so they can get what they need, a powerful artifact to make their next potion for like when you get that high up to level up again, you have to clearly, this guy was like orchestrating many, many things to get in a position to, like, he basically was willing to sacrifice a whole city, like, to get these ashes to add to his potion. Like, that's what these people have to do, and he's only a level a 5 to a 4 or a 4 to a 3. I mean,
he's a 4 now,
he's a
which
4
is like
now.
when you're demigod, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the level where you're a
So
demigod.
that's wild. That's wild. And
Yeah.
I realized that the sorceress sect was involved too. I mean, there's other factions involved, but
Well, see, but that's the thing. So this is because I watched like at least one explainer to hopefully clarify a couple things. And like
Sure.
you had this one guy who was like a fallen bishop or whatever.
Yep.
He left the church, used to know done whatever is on something, but he stole that pen. And with that an artifact,
Yes.
so ancient artifact, it's the pen or whatever it's called. And with that, you can write whatever you write comes into being, like happen. You know, you can write a series of events and it happens, so long as it logically could occur. You know, the example was you couldn't just tell someone, say, you know, like do like a death note, you know, and just like guy walks off bridge. It's like, no, it has to make sense how it would go. But that's what Klein's questioning at the end. Like, this artifact must have some limits. So basically, you know, it's a whole series of coincidences because he wrote and chained together like these things so he could eventually get the ashes. And so it's all these things you think, yeah, why are all these other people at play and doing these things? Because they all have their different motives, but they're not connected. They're unwittingly doing the bidding of this guy so he can ultimately get the ashes to consume to be a level 4.
Right. Which helps me in, you know, I had a lot of trouble in our last podcast, you know, being like, why are all these events so random? Why can't Klein put some pieces together? And this is really helpful for me to be like, great, they were designed to be random. That even that explainer in and of itself is helpful to be like, sure, okay, Klein couldn't put together some pieces and couldn't like solve puzzles because there wasn't anything necessarily there except for this larger overarching, you know, connection. So yeah, so that was helpful.
And he get like, it's like he would get to, you know, that's the thing. The guy kills him at the end, pulling out his heart and stuff like that. Because he's like, he's been the thorn in my side. He's been the one that's kind of interrupting all the things I have at play. So it's taking way longer for him to get to where he wants.
Right.
Because he has to like go around, you know, deal with the extra annoyance of Klein. The thing tossed in there because he doesn't know or understand that he's like resurrected. You know, it's like he was supposed to die. He did die. What the hell, you know? So it's
Yeah. Well, and you got to think with the extreme like plans upon plans upon plans that some of these high level beyonders are doing. You got to think that someone, probably some other high level beyonder who was opposing that dude at the end, probably somehow made Klein, you know, like orchestrated Klein coming to this world to be a thorn in the side.
Well,
I mean, he's
we
like
don't know. Yeah.
I mean, he might just be this like pawn, and yes, he has these extraordinary powers in the gray mist, and you know, sometimes pawns can gain powers and become a major player, and I think that's my guess is that's what's going to happen. I don't know that for certain.
You know,
but
maybe he's like a Gandalf, right? You know, he's like a servant of a god. And so he can be smited and God will send him back so long as he has not yet achieved his goals. You know?
Except does Gandalf, that's an interesting question, philosophical, like fantasy question. Do you think Gandalf knows? Well, no, I mean, does Gandalf know he's a Ishtar, like a god like messenger type helper person?
God servant.
I think so, doesn't he? I mean, I don't
know.
It's sort of unclear when he's Gandalf the Grey, you know what I mean? It's unclear what they exactly know and when they know it, because as Gandalf the White, he does seem to be more aware
Yeah.
So
He's aware that he was like he perished and was brought back.
Yeah.
Right.
I come to you now.
I'm more
I'm
more powerful now, and
I
I've
think he
been
knows
through these things.
basically what he's supposed to be doing, but I don't know that he like knows like, oh yeah, like
No, he's not like, dude. He's not like, here's your mission plan. It's
No.
just
Yeah.
like,
I generally know.
he has the morals he does, and he
Yeah.
cares for Middle Earth the way he does, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And so he's trusted by God to look. I'm not Tolkien and whatever. That's
Right.
how I read it or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I feel like it could be the same way here. He's not. Klein's not a puppet of this God, but
No.
he for some reason will. God feels he has a purpose to fulfill, and he will assist him in fulfilling that purpose.
Yeah. Are we talking about Klein or Gandalf here?
Klein.
Or both? Oh, okay.
I mean, both maybe.
Yeah, maybe both. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, John, if you watched Rings of Power, you would have seen the baby Gandalf. Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah.
He's not really a baby, but he's like doesn't know much. He's like doesn't know who he is. He's kind of like. You seen Rings of Power, Andrea?
Some.
I think I know.
I've seen about 4 or 5 episodes, I believe,
of season 1.
Of season 1.
Season 2 is great. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we've just had this like it's not that I'm wholly opposed to Rings of Power. I actually found a lot of things I liked about it, but I did have 2 pretty big storytelling qualms that I found really difficult, and as a fan of some of the lore in the books and found in like the Silmarillion, I found it really hard to get over. And I just haven't found the incentive to do that yet.
Look,
well,
Tolkien is like he's the foundation for world building and fantasy storytelling in the modern era, for sure.
Yeah.
And then in turn, Peter Jackson set a very high bar for a film adaptation of this series.
Yes.
So, makes one look at things a little harsher than you would have pre that.
One could choose to look at it more harshly. Yes, that's true. If the Tolkien estate had given them permission to use the Silmarillion, that would have been helpful.
It'd still be trash. And I don't have confidence in the team they put together.
I don't know that I agree that it's trash. But I do know.
Well, I agree that not everything about it is trash. I do. I've said that before. I love the world building, and I think the actual like set design costumes are fire. Like
there's always
the whole
Dwarven
Kingdom was amazed.
Sure.
Awesome. But yeah, I do. Like I said, I have major storyline qualms, and it's hard to get over.
A Rings of Power argument, which we've had many times on the show. I'm the one that I was just I was just messing with you guys. I apologize. I have to jump off for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Apologies. I'll mute myself.
I did think when you were talking, John, about other Beyonders having other plans, jumping right back to Lord of Mysteries here with no segue. I was thinking about Dunn's great line, when he in this back half of the season where he's like, I've always found that evil has a backup plan. I just love that. I was like,
I like that line
acknowledgement
too.
of the layers on layers on layers here. Plus, just like a good line, good cool.
It is
line
a good line. Like that's it stood out. I like that one too. I could apply. That works.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna miss Dunn. Dunn was really cool, delivering cold lines like that.
We should stay on him for a second. What did you guys think of the plot twist around him? And at the end of that episode where it was like, oh my God, is he like a vampire? He's eating.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, I was like genuinely this latter half of the season delivered some good cliffhangers. I was genuinely shocked and was like, oh man, is he a bad guy now? I love him.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the cool thing about the show and this universe is like you could have like a BFF Beyonder buddy, and you could be like, oh, I gotta make sure this person isn't going insane, and like
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had
because
some heartbreak with like old Neil
yeah,
going insane.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was that was so
I
tough. It
mean,
was so sad.
any Beyonder can kind of like give in to or like lose control.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's sort of a Dragon Agey thing that's in the Dragon Age games. It's like
Mm,
there's a whole fight over like sorcerers being allowed or whatever to even exist or to practice whatever
Mhm.
magic and stuff because
Sure.
it's so common for them under a certain situation to eventually lose control,
Mm,
and
Yeah.
it
Yep.
cause incredible chaos.
mhm.
And so
Sure.
yeah, I thought there's an interesting element to this as well, where it's just sort of accepted that all these people become beyonders, and it's seen as like the citizenry is like they
It's a
don't
good thing.
necessarily like beyonders, some
It's
of
a good
times it's
thing,
like,
but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
like they
Yeah.
help us in a lot of ways, but they're also our worst criminals.
Mhm.
And then so
Well, I was thinking about, I can't remember her name right now, but the secretary for the Nighthawks
Mm,
at the end was like, I respect the Nighthawks so much, even though I hate Beyonders getting powers, and
yep.
I wish no Beyonder would get more powerful or something to that effect. It was just like, man,
yeah.
even within their own organization, she's like, I really respect them and I respect what they do, but I also hate this.
Yeah.
And I wonder if normal people are aware that they lose control like this, or if it's just like,
Sure.
oh shoot, another monster that the Beyonders will come and save us from.
Sure.
Right, right.
Probably
They
not.
they don't have yeah. I would say it's that for sure.
Okay.
I don't get the sense that the citizenry is super aware of what's going on at all. Like,
Not super informed,
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know.
easily manipulated. Also kept in pretty poor conditions as we find out in the
Yeah.
latter half of this season as
Right.
well.
Yeah, well, at least that's what's stated. I mean, by the guy going kind of crazy. He goes in his mind, Klein goes in his mind and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Sounds cool.
that's part of his deal. But are we shown specifically? Because a lot of times watching it, I'm like, oh, this is a nice neighborhood. Things seem
Mhm.
pretty good and clean, But have we really been shown like the underbelly or the common populace that's
No.
really
Not really. And
No.
that's so very Victorian.
Yeah. Show you the nice
sure?
parts.
Yeah, it's so very separate.
Well, if they want us to
even
believe
Oh, sure.
that guy, they should show us that too. We should go to
yeah.
those parts.
I agree. I'm just saying like I bought it because that is so very like upper lower class, like,
Yeah.
upstairs, downstairs, all of
Yeah.
that comes, from the Victorian era.
Sure.
They have very like separate, public sphere, private, domestic sphere. Like everything is,
Mhm.
differentiated. And there are a lot of lines drawn. So
Mm-hmm.
I bought it. I mean, obviously, it can be exaggerated or it could be
Mhm.
used as a weapon to strike back at other people who have nothing
Sure.
to do with their conditions, but
Yeah.
I bought it.
Right.
They started out a little bit more like
Poor.
poor. And
Yeah,
it wasn't like they
sure.
were living in squalor, but it was definitely like,
It's not where they are now.
no.
But then he
Right.
got his cool job,
Yep.
and like got a
Yep.
Nice
raise and all
house.
that sort of
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Right,
And then
right,
there's-
right, right, right. Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, maybe that stuff is out of reach for people that don't become or are unable to become or are not allowed to become beyonders. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Be interesting.
I just love the whole, I mean, I don't know. The whole vibe, the whole aesthetic. Aesthetic. Am I saying that right? Just
Yeah.
the way the animation's done, the way the lighting's done, the creepiness, the cool, like the emotionality of it. It's just like really good.
And they do
It's a little confusing, but it's
switches.
so good. Yeah.
They do switches very well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times we're made aware of a situation that's coming or, a threat to be fought
Mm-hmm.
by a lighting switch or, like slow motion switch or some other kind of,
Mhm.
color
Mhm.
switch. And they do that really well.
So good. Yeah. It's just I don't know. I think it's just an incredible show. It sucks you right in. Like no, I mean, it's I don't want to say rare, but there are certain like special shows that really suck you in, and this is one of them. Especially anime. I feel like anime Jason.
Back on Dunn, you're talking, Andrea, with the kind of twist of him eating their fallen comrade. That was another support, I guess, like setup where the idea would be that, this is what I heard anyways, the guy knew that the threat to stopping him from achieving his level 4 is done. So he didn't want him to completely digest, and because he was advancing thanks to Klein's new method of advancement that he discovered, and it was thrown in there kind of briefly, really, that him eating this stopped his progression of his abilities. And so he was not, so he was not able to reach a fuller power in the final confrontation that he would have had, so it's another thing that just like a roadblock to keep him from potentially being able to stop the threat there and stuff, so having to
I don't know if that would help. I don't know if he would be able to either way, but
I thought it was good though, because as an audience member, you completely get thrown off by this. Like you would never, go this direction because you sit there and you're too worried about the present, oh my gosh, is he a threat now? Is he an enemy? Is he losing control? Is he something else? We have to figure out what this mystery is now, and all of our attention is here when really, the plot is advancing in a much different way. But I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well done. Except I was a little annoyed at Klein and his questioning and trying to like, do his divination of like what's going on with the captain. I was like, you really couldn't think of a better question to ask than, is this going to harm me? I thought because
he tried something and didn't get an answer, right? It didn't work.
He did, but it was like, what's the reason behind the captain's awkward mannerisms or whatever phrasing he did? But then he moved, is this going to harm me? And I was like, that was the only thing you could think of, like not, is the captain a threat to Tingen? Is, he a threat to the Nighthawks? Is he part of the mastermind plot? Like any number of other questions that, I thought were going to be a little bit more, I don't know, sensible for what he was trying to figure out, other than, am I going to be okay?
Right.
That was the only thing that I was slightly annoyed at.
Sure. Yeah. I'm missing the word more, less selfish for sure.
Yeah, he was just very like self-centered and self-focused, like threat to me, but how about like a threat to anything?
Yep. I didn't understand why he was compelled to. It was something like I think I put it in my notes. So is he saying eat them to gain powers or their memories? Like, if something like, so they're not forgotten or they become part of you, or so. I was a little confused at like the mechanism or reasoning behind eating someone else. Cause he's like, I chose to like not let, cause I missed them. I chose to not let them go or something like that.
Yeah. They don't make clear, I think for souls, obviously they were standing there with him in spirit, obviously at this last battle. But as far as powers, they do reference when a Beyonder dies, their powers go to someone or somewhere else. And they didn't make it clear if by eating them, Captain Dunn gets their power eventually, because obviously not right away.
Wasn't clear.
Or if now, or if that still goes somewhere else, or now that Captain Dunn is gone, and presumably no one ate him. What does that mean for his and or the
Right.
Beyonder powers that he's consumed? So they
Hmm.
don't make that clear, unless I missed something very big.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they make it clear.
So that'll be
Uh,
interesting.
This scene I'm showing here, when they go, he's like invoking whatever, right? And he is claiming the ashes. We go back and watch that part. I swear they're stealing music from Dune. I just happened to wear a Dune shirt today, but I'm like, that is Dune music. What are you? There's
Maybe.
no way that is not copyright infringement.
It's
Incredible.
funny.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
So,
We should. I mean, I don't know if it's how fun it would be to do this for an anime con, but you could totally pull it off. What's his face? The captain, John.
done.
Ooh,
Done.
Yeah, I'm good at being people that
Suits.
have died.
No,
Yeah.
suits work for you.
Yeah, suits. Just get yourself a top hat, and you're already halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a big top hat guy, but yes, I could totally do it and then have the pipe, The pipe.
Yes.
Top hat guy. Yeah. Who is?
Well, I just
these
for
days?
something with something ever for me, something about a top hat, the proportionality of it is wrong. I like a lot of hats, different sorts of bowler hats and fedoras and all those sorts of things. But a top hat is too tall.
All right.
I need to be a squatter top hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like we could find you one.
It's a half step down.
All right. Well,
So
fair enough. I don't think it's necessarily an interesting enough anime from like a cosplaying standpoint to use for an anime convention anyway. So,
it would be fun.
you just saw me dressed like Victorian. It wouldn't be any. I mean, unless you want to dress as this woman tearing her face off.
Oof.
Yeah, I was saying rough childbirth. That was a rough one there.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of an interesting, sad story with that too. Like they threw in these little things like that. It's, she's this poor woman that is like, transfixed by this guy that just she falls head over heels and the whole thing. And it's like, why did they pick her? Like there was no context for that. Why did he choose her as basically the sacrifice? He had the pick of all these women and stuff, and he just was there a reason for her? Thought that was
just wider, question. More child, like just like what do they call it, Andrea? Something with childbearing hips, or what's that reference you and Dana always make?
Smooth, supple childbearing hips.
So, right.
Yep.
Well,
like this woman, just
wide, just ripe for childbearing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly an impressionable mind where she fell hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
And was totally willing to give herself over to this guy and the ritual they were performing. I mean, I have to imagine there are, many gullible minds out there, but she seemed, she seemed prime candidate for all of it.
Right.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did either of you guys think, obviously we have a new bad character here, a new big bad insert in say.
Yeah.
Did either of you think when he was like walking in that he was going to be Lanvinus or Levinus?
Oh,
and yeah. Like, I did think this guy, he's new.
I thought it'd be someone we knew.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be like
totally brand new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to gauge that because that was the surprise for me. Was it wasn't a character we were already into
that had been referenced.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone think like at some point during the end that maybe Klein was just going to die? I had a moment where I was like, okay, he's maybe just going to be dead and we're going to move on to more characters and he's played his role here.
I thought that.
Okay.
I did and I didn't. I thought Klein maybe, but I thought, there was a pretty strong chance of resurrection just in a new body.
Oh, a new body. Okay.
And that's how our story would move forward, kind of like a, like a doctor kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when he died so early in the episode, I just felt like there's probably going to be something.
Yeah. There's some other show I feel like that did that recently or whatever, but I was just like, I was in the moment like, man, maybe we really are going to have, he's just done. So I think I give it credit for that. I give it credit because the show has built up that now where we, it's like a Chainsaw Man. We know that people are on the chopping block. People will die in this. And so that's a good place for the show at that point anyways, to be like, oh yeah, maybe our main character is just going to eat it right now. Because usually that's never the case. Even if it's dramatic, you're like, okay, they're coming back somehow, whatever. They didn't really die, all this sort of.
Yeah.
So
I will say, culturally, I think a lot of shows have built up the idea that heart ripping out is usually final. So it is, you know what I mean? There are a lot of methods of death where you're like, there could be, there's a chance. Ripping out hearts is usually like,
telling me this
no, they're not coming back from that.
I mean, is it though? Like, who needs a heart anyway? It's like your appendix, basically.
Supposedly the ancient Egyptians didn't think much of it, so
yeah, true.
True.
That's the brain. Sorry, that's the brain. That's the brain.
That they just ripped out and they were like, yeah.
The brain's not important for anything.
They were, like liver and kidneys and other things were also like spleen and stuff were very important, but yeah. Anyway, I feel like there's so many shows where heart ripping out is like full stop final. That's even if you've done other things, this is the way we really kill someone. So
what's the show where someone is that True Blood where he rips out someone's heart and then he like drinks from it like a smoothie?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the vampire shows. It's either True Blood or
no, Eric does that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Vampire Diaries, maybe.
For sure it's Eric,
they also do stuff like that, but yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I said he Onam Shiba'd himself, like from Indiana Jones, but himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I thought Klein was done, but perhaps we were gonna get a new character.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, well, what else do we have to say about this show? Obviously there's a lot. I do think that for the next season, which is supposedly coming in 2027, we should really try to like hit it as it's coming out. And this is a show I think that's worth every 2 episodes. You could honestly do every 1 episode with this show if the season 2 is this way. But for sure, every 2 episodes to kind of go through it. Try to keep each other on the same page and whatever as we're going along. Yeah.
Love it.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of missed things, but if anybody has big topics to bring up about Lord of Mysteries, throw it in our comment section. Let us know what we're missing. No big spoilers for all you out there that are, have read all the novels and all that sort of thing.
Right.
Our last video, I really appreciate the people. Everybody was good about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like commenting, like clarifying stuff, but not
doing too much.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's very good, everybody. Thank you. So, yeah. Lord of Mysteries, thank you for making this work, guys. It's been tough scheduling wise. I know this came a little later than would have been ideal for getting this show going, since it's been done for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it's been. But
it's all good.
That's right.
Like you said, we got to watch it in English then, like everything except the finale.
Yeah.
I don't know that I did, but I can't remember now.
I mean, it's good in both. But it's just it's not detracting watching it in English, and I can really appreciate the visuals. I just don't feel like I'm losing out on something, maybe just gaining, because like you say, it fits with that English aesthetic. So like that's
I agree. Yeah, excellent. Okay,
very good.
Sweet.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here, and
No problem.
hopefully we can make a show next week, work on, I don't know yet, on the regular Popcast on the Rock show. So
yeah, we'll figure it out.
You guys should
I feel like
watch-
it has to be something spooky.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm all in the
Officially
spooky stuff.
October.
If
Yeah,
you guys want suggestions, it's not spooky necessarily, but I think it's called The Lowdown on Hulu. If you're a Ethan Hawke fan.
Okay.
it's not spooky necessarily.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like he's this in Oklahoma. What's the big city in Oklahoma?
Tulsa?
Yeah, he lives in Tulsa. He owns a used bookstore. He's like the local kind of like self-appointed newspaper man, investigator,
Journalist.
kind of. But he gets himself into all this trouble. It's the same writer creator who made Reservation Dogs. Supposed to be really good. It's on my list to watch, but
Reservation Dogs or Reservoir Dogs?
Reservation
Dogs, the TV show. Peter Dinklage is in it.
Peter Dinklage is in it.
Love that.
It's supposed to be excellent. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm intending to.
Okay.
So, The Lowdown.
Okay.
Apparently, Ethan Hawke is awesome in it.
He's always good.
He really is. I agree. But
yeah,
especially
what's coming out?
he's in a
it's everywhere
movie too.
Black Phone 2.
Yeah, he's in. I think he's in. I think he's maybe the killer. I don't know. He didn't. I saw a preview for that, and I didn't actually see him in it. So
yeah, I haven't seen the first one, but like I see the previews for Black Phone 2 everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
they really would like us to know that that's coming out.
I think people are saying he's in like his best, like his, like, I mean, I know he's been an actor for a long time and he's like older, but I think people are saying he's like peaking in his like acting career right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like he's good. I don't know if you guys ever saw Leave the World Behind. He was on Netflix movie. He was in that with Julia Roberts. That was awesome. It was about
I have not.
cyber terrorism, the end of the world, kind of like planes are falling out of the sky. A ship plows right up onto a beach. Like people are like trying to figure out what's going on. It's super good.
Dang.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke crushing it.
Well, make sure to follow us on Popcast on the Rocks. That's the main channel, and you'll get everything with podcast directories under Popcast on the Rocks. You'll get this show, get the regular Popcast on the Rocks show. If you want only anime content, you want just that set aside for you, you can go to Ohio Anime, our YouTube channel, and that will be there. And otherwise, thank you to Killing the Flower for our theme song for Popcast on the Rocks. And you can check them out on music streaming services, and check out our friend Mike, his YouTube channel, Track Mouse. So for racing content. But that'll do it from us. Thank you guys, and we'll see everybody next time.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
See ya.